Yo, I'm sorry to tell you, bro. We ain't filming here no more.
Come on, guys. It ain't that bad.
Not that bad. Your heater's broken and I'm freezing. What happened to your window?
Funny story about that.
It's too loud. You always got cops outside your house, man.
Well, at least the space works. The audience has gotten used to it.
You have so many stains on your couch. Even you don't want to sit on it.
Funny story about that. It was this one.
Fuck that. We can't film here no more. We out.
Here, man.
Jeez.
What's up? Here for another day of understanding people. We got 2 new guests today. You can introduce yourselves.
I'm Caleb Condonzi.
I'm Junior.
We appreciate you guys for coming out today, man. As you already know, we got the beautiful Miss Jessica in the house. I'll let Malik introduce himself.
I'll get the beautiful Mr. Malik.
You said you regular face, so you don't get the beautiful.
Regular face leak.
Regular face leak here. Oh, I like yo. We gonna run with that. Regular face leak here. Back at it. And the great Naj.
Great Naj Award.
Yo, what's going on?
So this is like a thing, Naj. You're gonna be here for good.
Yeah, I'm gonna be here for good.
Thank you,
We had to reset it a couple, so this
Few
is
bumps
my
in the
first
road.
time sitting
Oh,
here.
this
but
is
it's,
technically your first
it's
time.
new for them.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, second week in a row.
Remix.
And as y'all already know, I'm PJ.
Oh shit, I forgot.
You know what I'm saying?
I forgot you was here.
But yeah, today's episode should be real interesting. We're touching upon a serious topic today. For the last episode, we realized that Malik had like a regular face.
Nah. Let me tell him how it started. Listen. So I had to write this paper for class about like an announcer or whatever, and this dude named Colin Cowherd, he had this segment about quarterbacks having been attractive their entire lives, and it instilled confidence in them. So when they got to like college and like the NFL, like third downs are confidence downs. So when you grow up your entire life walking into a room and they look at you like, oh, that's the guy, whether you're handsome and like the face structure and everything. So they say like growing up like that, it instills confidence in your entire life. So I was thinking myself, like, I didn't get my confidence like that. I grew up ugly. With a regular face.
Yo, we gotta trademark regular face, bro.
No, I stole that. No, hold on. I stole that.
Oh, okay.
That's from Donnell Rollins. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, okay,
he said
okay.
that. But
Ashley
I
Larry?
agree. Ashley Larry. I agree. Like, and that's just how it is.
We
So,
could probably spice that up.
Let's
So-
start off with, okay, yeah.
yeah, I was gonna start off with just what is ugly and attractive. Whoever, we don't really go in a certain direction. It's just whoever wants to talk.
Go ahead.
I just feel like it's just all perspective. Different strokes for different folks.
Very true, very true. I mean, we all got our own opinion or how we see people, how we view people. I mean, speaking for me, growing up dark skinned, I think that we were always put on the uglier side of things. I definitely got teased a lot, which kind of, influenced me or helped me to become a lot more wit with my life. Like, I'm able to take jokes and I'm able to dish them right back because of that. But I think society makes us believe that the lighter side is the more attractive side in this world.
But they don't age well.
Nah, they don't. But
Wait a minute.
Y'all want to tackle what is?
oh no,
Yes,
I
we
was gonna say from my experience in terms of
Wait a
that,
minute.
it very much so falls into the stereotypical beauty's in the eye of the beholder kind of a thing, because a lot of times beauty, as far as society goes, is determined by us, and it's always changing and ever shifting. But to PJ's point, yeah, dark skinned people ain't getting no love.
At all, bro.
No, we gotta hold up on that. I think what I'd say, since like Instagram, I feel like since the growth of our social media and everybody having like the access, that now it's understood, because I grew up with like two like best friends that were darker skinned, and they would always, like, especially when we get drunk, shit would come out where they'd be like, "Oh, you pretty boy, you light skinned, you're like," and then I would just be like, "Yeah, you guys," not in a corny way, but like if you go to the city, you'll see how beautiful you are. Like, and the girls will give you that attention. We're upstate. We're in an area where it's like it's predominantly white. So like, I'm just a little crayon that's a little bit closer to, that's what they see. It's just based on like,
Yeah,
right?
Nah, that discrimination happened in the city too. I grew up.
No, it really did. It really did. It's a wave of like, yes, it's a wave
school
of, okay, you're
predominantly
in now. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
There was this term called African booty scratchers, and I felt like it was meant for everybody who was dark skinned. Like, that's what we were taught. It's like,
You know
Not
what was
just that,
crazy?
Haitians got that
I got called that term by other people who were as dark as me. they were just born in the United States, or wherever they were born. But I was like,
That's mind-boggling.
yeah.
that shit is nuts.
It's the thing of, if you're like a centimeter lighter, then you feel as though you can use it against another person who's like a millimeter darker.
All right, so for perspective, we got to take votes. Raise your hand if you were raised. Well, because we're going to have a podcast on audio. So, say I and your name if you were considered pretty growing up or cute growing up.
I
mean, my mama, but besides her,
Besides your mama, besides the people who have to
you
think
anyway.
you're attractive.
My mother,
love you
I have to
regardless.
love you.
my mother called me ugly sometimes, but she was upset.
Okay, so
well, I was.
okay, one, Jess. Who else was considered cute their entire lives? Nobody.
I wasn't.
So everyone was
I can't be the
considered
only one
ugly.
here that was
Even
considered
you.
cute since
No, I
child.
was actually considered cute, I guess.
Yeah,
growing
cute.
up.
Just what everybody else.
Just admit it. It's okay.
Other people.
It's
You're a
okay.
pretty
Society
motherfucker.
standards.
You're a pretty motherfucker, man. That's all right,
I
man.
just didn't see what was the big deal.
So
You don't have to see it, but others do.
I was actually physically well-rounded growing up.
These pretty motherfuckers, man. They don't even know they pretty
No, like
and
like
shit.
round.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you meant like all around.
No,
Yeah,
like
okay.
chubby.
Oh, really?
Yes. Shout out to grandma. Rice and beans for breakfast.
So what's the split?
Exactly.
It's 6 of us. Two of us grew up pretty.
Caleb,
grew up pretty?
Caleb, yeah.
50%.
We're trying to wait
It's
for the
3 and
last
3.
minute.
No, I was just waiting.
3 and 3.
We're going in a circle. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting, that concept.
Okay, so pretty. So 3, we split. That's good. All right.
Naj, you weren't pretty?
I thought he
not
was
by,
an adorable
not
child.
by, not by
Yeah, but you
society.
got the whole Eric
No,
Benet thing
I
going
know,
on.
but society
Not what
wise,
No,
they joke
I
about
had
it.
short
Entire
hair.
childhood.
Not by society standards. I had
Yeah.
these
So
cheekbones
when
as
I
a
came,
child
you showed me
too.
baby
So
pictures. I was like, who are these
kinda
retarded
intense
kids
for other
calling
kids
me
to
booty scratcher
experience.
when you're the cutest adorable with your high cheekbones since you were 1 year
You're
old.
supposed to say that.
No,
Yeah,
no,
you
no, no,
gotta
no,
say
no.
that.
Gotta say
I don't
that.
have to say that. I'm saying like on the real.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nah, because I seen your modeling stuff with like when you had different hairstyles and like when you were younger, and I was like, yo, this guy's.
that was like
This guy's-
after the age of 19 is when everything just like
Well,
the
19.
whole world
We
got
gonna
flipped
get there.
upside
We gonna get
down.
there. We
Like
talk
18
about-
or 19
Growing up, like,
got
so
it.
we're saying maybe from like,
as an adolescent.
yeah, as an adolescent.
Oh nah, I was that
Yeah.
dark skinned kid.
And I had buck teeth. So I told my mother about this like subject.
you did.
And she was like, yo, it's your fault you was ugly. And I'm like, what you mean? She was like, yo,
You
I
didn't
used to
choose
tell
to be
you.
born this way.
Yeah, I told you stop sucking your finger. I used to suck my finger, so I had the crazy buck teeth. So I was
Oh
out
well,
here
that part is your fault.
That's all people got on you about.
about buck teeth, and I had a big head allegedly. That's it.
You ain't get that from yourself.
Yeah, that's
I got that from you, moms.
And I was but my mother don't got a big head. Maybe.
Got that from you, Pops?
Maybe. Yeah, I guess. So that's a good split that we hear. So,
Jess, I just want to start with Jess. How did you feel about knowing that you were the pretty child or the cute child? How did that play on like you as a person, behavior wise and everything?
Well, when I was younger, I always tried to like deflect from that because I was like, I'm gonna be the smartest in the room.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure everyone knows my level of intellect.
You're more than
versus
just the look.
Yeah. But then she's such a cute. Oh, your child. Oh, she's so pretty. So I've gotten it all my life. Even like the other day, going to my dad's job, as if I'm not a 30-year-old woman. They're like, oh, she's so cute. Like,
She not cocky. She confident.
I mean, yeah, because my parents distilled it in all of us.
Yeah.
They were like, listen, you guys are beautiful, you guys are smart, you guys are intelligent, don't let anybody take that away from you.
As
So
they
it started
should,
from
right.
that. But I was like, okay, that's nice, but I want to be a doctor, so I want to be known for something other than being cute.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares about how much you know.
you didn't have to worry about the confidence thing. You had doctor aspirations. I had to worry about like talking
Well,
to
because the
people.
confidence was, it was instilled in me in a young age, but there was always peaks and valleys with that where I've gone through transitions where it's kind of lacked a little bit, but people would say why. Like, they didn't understand why.
So let's break it down. Let's go cute, ugly, cute, ugly, cute. So Malik,
Nah.
how you feel about it?
So,
Like, as far as growing up.
so you
but-
said I'm cute or I'm ugly?
oh,
Well,
we
in
know.
Very much in between.
Regular.
Regular. Yo, we stealing that from him. Fuck that, bro.
So, growing up ugly, it was like it sharpened me. You know what I mean? Like I had to like try. I had to try to be noticed. So like I was a kid actor and stuff. That was cool. But like there was this kid named JJ who always got the first roles and shit because I just think he was cuter than me. So I
Was he also social?
No, I was social. But, like, he was social and everything, but like he had this
Oh,
like
he was
afro.
social and cute.
Yeah, he was social cute and he had like hair.
Oh,
Like
man.
hair of a god. And it was like he would always get the lead roles. But
Something you
it's,
want to tell us, bro? Like, you and JJ, what's going on, bro?
yo, how your baby father doing? He all right?
Hero,
You are his baby father.
Exactly.
Stop trying to let that slide. You are his baby father.
Every episode he's
Like,
talking
oh,
about baby
I
father. And now you're telling us about JJ eyes slowly coming out. You know what I'm saying?
So listen, but yeah, this kid was awesome, and he was an attractive young man, and he got it. So for me, I used to have to try.
This
to
was
figure out-
Black Planet audition couch.
Yo,
Remember, because you told us about that.
yo, Malik,
That episode's
Yeah,
not
Black
coming out,
Planet.
remember?
Oh, it's not coming out no more. We go.
you missed the Black Planet, and I was a kid, Mr. R. Kelly. But yeah, man. So growing up ugly, it sharpened me in other ways. So that's good.
How about everybody else growing up ugly or pretty?
So we're gonna go pretty. Who wouldn't?
Well, I didn't know how to embrace it. It was
Speak more.
I didn't know how to embrace it. It was kind of awkward for me. I didn't know how to take it. My uncle told me, listen, you don't understand now. You're 8 years old. Give it a couple years. You'll understand what's going on. But it was just awkward for me. I was a shy kid. I was shy till I was about 16 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
Did something change in your appearance at 16, or you just like finally bought in and was like, yo, I'm a pretty motherfucker?
No. I actually went back to Dominican Republic at 16 years old, and it was crazy from there on out.
We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. So we need an ugly motherfucker answer now.
Growing up, jeez. Yeah, it was tough, yo. 'Cause
That made me mad.
It made me, to attest to what y'all was saying, it made me more clever. I feel like it made me funnier in ways that like as far as like engaging people. It's like, I don't think I'm pretty, but I can make them laugh. So that counts for a lot. And just to grow up to say like one of the traits women find attractive in men is comedy. So off rip there's that. But what else? Yeah, outside of it was like the jokes, a lot of jokes, dark skin jokes. What else?
So were you a target?
Was I a target?
Yeah, like they pick on you, or just
Oh,
when you
yeah.
started? Oh, it was off
Yeah,
the
it was
rip.
off rip. I was dark skinned. I looked funny,
It was over.
and my clothes wasn't fly.
Oh.
Woo!
Yeah, you had the triple win.
Triple threat.
And
Yeah, you know, I was telling Naj that before. we presented like the topics that we're gonna talk about today. Like I feel like I'm 100% 50-50 because growing up, I would hear from my mom and and just like random people like about me being like a cute child. But then, as you get older, you go through high school, whatever, you're in the conflict with like trying to understand your self-identity, figure out how you wanna present yourself every time. But then the reality of it is I'm bald. You know what I'm saying? So me being bald, that's a total switch.
Yo, you fucked me up taking off that.
Yeah.
Yo, that was great.
Nah, but listen, I'm bald.
So slow motion.
Now should replay and slow down.
No, I had to make sure, I waited till this time in the talk because even being on dating apps, you know what I'm saying? There are women that they don't want to be with a bald man, or just like the fact that I'm bald already just takes me out of the running. You understand? And it's like this is something that I want to like push on my sisters because I have two little sisters. One of them, the younger one, came out of the womb with a really, really long hair. And the older younger sister, she has long hair, but it's not as long as my other sisters. And they're growing up in like a society where, you know what I'm saying, just like the lighter skin, the longer hair, the lighter hair, the looser hair, it's better. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just this fucked up like,
It's disgusting.
thing that's going on. But it then transitions even to the men. The fact that I have no hair, you know what I mean? Or like the fact that I have no hair, and it's not by choice. It could look by choice, you know what I'm saying? But I've become comfortable with it. So I'm putting the ugly. I put on a hat. I'm putting the I got both.
Get you a man who could do both.
So, was it like? So I'm guessing there was a distinct moment in your life when you started transition to the baldness. That like.
What age was it?
Let's go. Jeff Little, 11th grade. In the business
11th grade,
class.
Jeez.
Yeah, this shit was real. No, I'm gonna tell you the plot twist, cause I was like Aki. I was really working out so much in high school.
Was it the roids?
No roids. Like literally, I made bread.
Your hair?
But listen, I made bread off this, and this is just something that like, with the free time that kids would use, chilling, smoking, doing whatever. Like I was obsessed over training. Like I would do 5 sessions a day, and it got to the point where like I was just like. I'd start making money off it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But it got to a point where, like, I was just shaving my head every day on a 0 with a buzzer. Not like, just like taking it low. And it was just like a low cut. It was cool. But then Jeff Little, I won't forget, I was at the computer and he looked over me and he's like, yo, Caleb, are you balding? And then I got up and I was like, what the fuck you saying? And it got real quiet. And after that, fitteds from that day on until... I'd say like that Yankee fit, that Cleveland fitted. But listen,
warm out.
This was the.
We got
the
to invoice
transition to the
Caleb
comment.
and
That's crazy. You stupid, yeah. But just I did that and then I grew my hair out actually, and like it came back full, and like I had like curls at the top, and people thought I was Dominican. Like I came to the city, but then I went. I always had Alberto. Alberto was my guy on 137th on Broadway, and then Alberto wasn't there one day. Hector was there. That nigga Hector, he pushed it back, and then I just kept trying to maintain it. And I also cut hair, so I was experimenting on myself.
Oh, he zeked your shape up, and then you never.
I kind of after that, it just started looking crazy.
You were supposed to go for frills after Alberto wasn't there.
Rule number 1 is never just
put that all
walk
on
into a
him,
barber shop.
Without asking.
You gotta sit there, study, and see.
Hector got to take the L.
You can say all that. You can say, you know what I mean? But like the reality is, I see other men walking around holding on to scraps, and it's like, yo, it is what it is. Like I always look at it as something that humbles me. You know what I'm saying? Something really that like God put in my life so I could like calm my ass down because. Like, yeah, growing up and, like, there was some weird attention you get. You know what I mean? That's not real. It's just, like, a little weird.
It's funny that you say the God thing because I was in class talking about, like, the podcast this week, and one girl mentioned, she was like, yo, God makes certain people ugly because they know that they can handle it.
I feel like that's bullshit.
So
That's the balance.
No. I'm just saying the whole concept.
So what she's
of
saying
that, like,
basically is that, like, you built a different way when you grow up regular, like with a regular face. As myself.
But what is ugly?
What is regular?
It's all like I said before. It's all
What is-
subjective.
what is-
Because let's
It's
look.
subjective, but then there's societal standards that make us see certain people as ugly versus others.
Correct, but then what happens to the superstars and the celebrities that look regular, that have that personality that got them the spotlight? So now their personality is constantly, like, and
Makes them look better.
and then the people say,
Money
"Oh
makes
no,
you-
he's normal, but he's cute," like, or she's cute.
I just feel like the marketing is what makes you cute and what makes you
Yeah,
ugly.
Oh yeah.
It's the trends, cause like dark skin is like I won't say in now. 'Cause it was,
Yo.
like, in
You
back
can say
then.
it. It's
But
Some
it's
people
more
say
like
Wesley Snipes, Michael Jordan, they,
Ain't no
they
more-
got us in there,
ain't
dog.
no more like ain't no more like African booty scratch. Well, I'm not in high school no more, so I don't know the jokes that they shooting
But
around.
my whole thing is, even let's say from a physical standpoint, remember our supermodels back in the day were paper thin.
Yeah.
Now Kylie Jenner getting all this work done.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, she's
who's your
still super
doctor?
thin.
That's the
Hey,
conversation.
bro, that's definitely the conversation today.
Now everybody got to have a voluptuous body. Now voluptuous is cool. But before, when Beyonce first came out, it wasn't cool.
Which is why I was saying it's like ever changing.
So what happened before though? Like
What?
Like okay, so before we were only focused on skin tone. Like did the
No,
details come in?
it's like an amalgamation of things. I believe. It's always like I don't know if there's tons of videos that address this, like beauty standards and how they
It's
change throughout
decades of
the
changes.
decades, like in pertaining to women in particular. One time it was popular to have very thin eyebrows and like
Oh, yeah,
it's
like the-
no
like the
eyebrows.
Asian-
It was
or
the
no
face
eyebrows
in Europe
or-
where you would make your face
No
super,
eyebrows.
super white to the
Yeah.
point where you're using chemicals that actually killed you. But you were in that sense that the whiter is better, so you still had to continue to powder your face until you died. Otherwise, you
But
would
yeah,
look crazy because it was
but you was
deteriorating
looking
your skin.
you was looking fine AF at ye old Tabard.
Well, when they were in like their 15, 16, but when they reached 60, well, they didn't live that long. But when they reached like 40 years old, their skin was actually peeling off. Like one of the queens, her skin was peeling off, but that was the level of beauty, so they had to. And then the garters, and then the butt pads that they used to use because they wanted to look like black women and have huge butts, but not actually be the skin tone. So that was the beautiful thing. Oh, I want to take how fat her butt is, but not look black, kind of a thing.
So when it comes,
periodical.
So sorry to cut you off. So when it comes to the fact of looking cute or being ugly, so let's like put everything in a bowl. So it's a skin tone that you have to have. I guess a shape of the face that people like. This I'm just creating the idea of what people may think.
Well, I feel like throughout the years, there have been certain attributes that are like consistently seen as like more beautiful. And when it comes to skin tone, the closer you are to white, I feel like that has always
That's
been a
always
thing.
been
And
it.
throughout
Yeah,
like
yeah.
societies and like different cultures within the world, darker people have always gotten like the brunt of.
But I have a
of that.
question. So why do like white people or people of lighter complexion, why do they like President 45? Why does he look orange?
Because he tans his face and wants to look orange.
He wants to
The
be.
person who tans him
So why do
personally
you-
makes him.
Some people just
Does
don't
he
give
want to
a
be
fuck.
whiter? Like,
If like we
no,
look,
he
if
does
we're
it
frowned
because he
upon
wants to
when
have
people
color.
tan.
Nah, but I think
But
that
that's
we're
the thing. They want the physical attributes, but they don't want the experience. So
Yeah.
they want the color because they're like,
Gotcha.
oh, it's like in my workout because I'm a makeup artist. So I do a lot of Caucasian women from time to time, and they always say, "Oh, I love your skin tone. I wish I could be that. I love your hair. I wish I could be that."
But they don't want-
But they
when
don't
it
want to
comes with-
walk in
yeah.
the
You
life
don't really
of
wanna be
being
black.
a Haitian black woman. Exactly.
Far away.
So they're like, oh, I'm gonna get a tan to get your color because you have the perfect like amount of toastiness that I would want.
I'm
kind
going
of
to a
thing.
party tomorrow. Can I borrow your skin color?
That's literally like this one lady looked at me like
Return the
she
bag.
really skinny.
Like, nah.
If she could, kind of a thing.
Nah, I think that's what it is. I think it's a jealous or envy kind of thing, and the fact that they can't have it. That's when they started to make the darker side look lower than them. So to get back at them, let's make dark bad.
Yeah.
Because you notice in life, whether it be daylight to darkness, everything about darkness is
It's
considered
originally
a
bad.
bad thing. You know what I'm saying? So
The color black itself, they say it's bad.
Yeah,
The
it's
color
bad.
white itself, they say.
When did you guys start embracing the side that you were on? So not, let's say, embracing ugly, but when did you say to yourself,
For embracing
I'm
what you got.
actually, yeah, like this is what I got to play with. Let's make it.
roll it.
That's I got. That's it.
For me specifically, it would have to be like I was saying, like around like 18 or 19. Once I had like graduated high school and I transitioned to college, and I went to City College. City College is a very diverse environment where I went to high school. It was predominantly white kids, but it was like a good mixture of like black and Latino, some Asian, shit like that. It wasn't until I came here where I started going to school amongst more people from like the Caribbean, or should I say amongst more people from the Caribbean who admitted they were from the Caribbean.
Don't you hate that?
Yeah, it's nuts. I didn't realize how many Haitians I was around until
Because there was a thing that they wanted to hide, and I was like, don't you dare hide yourself, because
Yeah.
what's the reason? But that's
I
another
want to
story.
know what's the beef. Not to cut you off, but what's the beef for Haitians? But
So you cut me
Let's
off.
not get into that. That could be a
no,
whole
man, Tegan.
podcast on their
Yeah,
own.
we
Let's
gonna
not get
talk,
into that
yo.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'll give you a rundown.
where was it? Yeah, it wasn't until I got here, got on social media, connecting with people, and like people actually coming to me like, "Oh my God, you're very attractive," this and that, yada yada yada.
So did you become like recognize you and they'll walk across the room for you attractive, or you still have to be the approacher?
It was a mixture. I had a very interesting.
You gotta
is she
say that.
I had-
No, no, no. He would
I
tell
had-
me that there's people that
like
meet
people
him in
would
the street
people
like,
would stop,
oh my
like
gosh,
if I'm
you're gorgeous.
if I'm standing at like a crosswalk, a lady would tap me on the shoulder and be like, "Oh my God, you have really good cheekbones and nice skin," or something like that. So that started to happen more, and I had like a really crazy, not crazy, it's just very interesting because it never happened to me, and I thought it would never happen.
Talking about that
So
guy?
Huh?
The guy?
No. So I'm coming out of the gym.
crazy.
JJ?
I'm coming out the gym at City College, right? And I'm like putting on my headphones, and this girl, she walks in front of me and she looks up and she's like, "Oh my God, you're real?" I was like, "What?" It happened. She's like, "Oh my God, you're real." I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" She's like, and she says my name. She's like, Naja, oh my God, I didn't know you exist. I was like, "What?"
That's
I
so
was like,
cool.
"Hello." I was like, "Hello." She shook my head and then she walked away super fast, and I just.
You can tell
It
me
was an
that.
experience.
That was
He
your
kept that to
moment.
himself.
Exactly.
It's only for entertainment.
Disclaimer.
That was definitely the
I just
moment.
never heard
Yeah,
that.
that was like one of the standout
feel like you
moments for me.
arrived?
If I arrived,
At that moment.
Like, I made it now. She said, are you real?
See, I got a confession. I've never had that. The only people that come up to me and stop me is like an old lady. Like, "Oh my God, your eyelashes."
yeah,
Shit
because
like-
they,
like,
you know,
oh, shit, your eyelashes are beautiful. Thanks.
that bump on your lip.
Oh, no.
What's going on over there, brother?
Nah, I'm talking about the last week we had that bump on your lip.
Bum, bum, bum.
He said you got a bump.
Remember you had the bump last week?
Nah,
Oh, okay. Went away real fast.
I don't remember that joke.
Don't do that,
But
people.
mosquito bite.
that was one standout moment for me.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I ain't never have a standout moment.
I've had those moments before.
But my story is kind of like similar to not. There ain't nobody run up on me now. But I'm talking about as far as being dark skinned growing up. So you definitely had to deal with jokes. So a lot of the stuff me and you be saying is kind of like similar. So you had to deal with the jokes and this and that. But once I realized that I was funny too. When people started laughing at my jokes, it just, I guess, made me stronger. So it was like, all right, let's go. We can go back and forth all day.
So did you learn how to make fun of people to deflect people actually making fun of you?
Nah, because I would let it come first, or I would initiate it. But then it just became a comfort
What I'm
thing.
saying is, did you learn how to do it because
Oh,
it
yeah.
always came your way?
Yeah, that's how I learned.
So you were
definitely.
bullied growing up.
Nah, because I could fight.
That doesn't mean you weren't still you just beat him up afterwards.
Well, yeah, I guess in terms of that. But nah, I don't consider it bullying because everybody got it.
We
but
got something to talk
you know-
about? You
Huh?
all right?
What do you mean?
We could talk about the bullying, brother. You could. It's an open forum.
Oh yeah, back in my day, nah. Nah, I ain't never have to deal with no forms of that. But yeah, like I said, it just made me stronger. And throughout the years, like now, I'm definitely confident with
Now you
how I
can
look
beat
at
anybody up.
Anybody,
They know
with ass. Nah, but even like I wouldn't consider myself the most attractive or anything like that. But the confidence is what gets me further in life. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's something that people need to learn is like be confident in who you are, no matter what.
How did you feel the first moment a girl told you she thought you was cute?
Oh, you know me. My mom. You know what I'm saying?
He proposed.
Put the ring on the finger.
Yeah, he's been out the game ever since.
That was the first time?
I'm gonna lock this one down.
He said,
Knock that one. Shout out
This
to
might not come back
Leanna.
around anytime soon. So,
Shout out to Leanna.
shout out to my fiance.
but now, what age were you when that? Do you
I think
remember?
I was like 17. You know what? I started doing push-ups. I was like a good player on the basketball team, so it may not even be I was cute.
Brought your average up.
Yeah, all of that played a part. So basically, when, if there ever was a change in the way you look, did it turn for the worse or better?
I could start. If you want to.
I'll go after you.
All right. I got braces, so the buck teeth went away, and he's been cracking ever since.
So good.
Nah, but yeah, you know, when you got the straight teeth, though,
But I feel like you was cracking before then, though. You was out here.
you gotta say that though. You love me.
We actually seen it.
Yeah, that's okay. Inside, in my mind, that's what I believe.
Maybe
That-
your points per game. Maybe your points per game went up.
I guess you're right.
Points
yeah.
per game.
That average, though.
Pull out the stat sheet.
Yeah, the points per game did go up when the braces
Go
came.
to analytics.
What's your radius?
Yeah.
What's your mileage?
So the braces was a major switch in my life, and then like, I'm not across the club. Come approach me, cute. But we can have a conversation, and I got a good shot.
Definitely a sniper.
So in terms of that, though, for people that were already considered cute, is it a change for the better at all?
I mean, I did have one though, but it was a mixed bag.
Let us know about your mixed bag.
Well, because one, stereotypical. When I was younger, it was always like you have the nice hair, you're cute, light skin, everything like that. So I always had my hair straightened. So it was like, oh, she has long hair too, because culturally it's good to have long hair. So after a while, I was like, my hair seems to be fried. There's something wrong. So I did this whole natural hair transition. At the same time, I got braces, and then I chopped half my hair off. So I had my hair was like 2-3 inches long.
She was an ugly duckling.
You told me I was beautiful.
Hey, man. I keep your confidence up. What's that shit from SpongeBob? The ugly barnacle?
Shut up. It was more of a mental switch because coming from those being the attributes that defined my beauty to the outside world, not necessarily myself, but that's everything that was fed when I was younger. And then to flip it and be like, okay, now I have curly hair, but now it's not long, it's short. And I have to wait like 2 good years in order for it to be as long. So it's coming from hair down my back to now I have like this short curly bob. So I then thought I was not attractive. But then it was because mentally and seeing what everybody says, you have to have long hair to be attractive. So I let it grow out, and as it's growing out, I'm like, okay, I don't have to have long hair for me to be beautiful. I feel like I'm beautiful regardless. So it was in the confidence switch, because I also thought I wouldn't be attractive to other people. And yes, I was still my boyfriend, but still, society-wise, you want to make sure that you're still an attractive person. So I had to kind of flip. Huh?
Aisha Curry, huh?
Exactly. Kind of something sort of like that, but not 100%.
Yeah.
But just
She was
making
out of
sure
control.
you still had. Huh?
No, Aisha Curry was out of control.
Okay. So just take that with a grain of salt for mine. But yes, kind of transitioning and letting my hair grow out and then reevaluating what I thought was beautiful and what society put on me. So I was like, no, that doesn't define me. So if I were to cut my hair off today, it would be fine. But I know
Yeah,
that
you don't got like a Malik head. You got
it's not
smaller
that, but
scale.
like going from for like 20 years of my life having long
Nah, I get
hair,
what
it's
you're
always
saying.
being straight to then in 2 months cutting everything off.
You
and
could
then
put an
going
Amber
curly.
Rose though. Like I believe
I
you
would
could do that.
never.
Why not?
No. My face is long. I know that's I'm not having a bone.
Yeah, I sent the selfie the other day and someone texted that. It was like, yo, why the long face? I was like, that's crazy. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm never sending you one of these anymore. It's over.
But yeah, it's certain
What are you trying to
people- when you're in that mindset, it's certain people that are around you that can help you for the better or for the worse. So Naj was there, so it helped me for the better, versus some family members helped me for the worse. So they
So
would
they
say,
didn't support you.
no, they were like, why are you doing this? You were so beautiful. Why you cut off your best asset? Like, I don't understand.
Your best
Until like
asset.
now I have a big full bush of hair, and they're like, oh my gosh, I love the fact that you made this transition, but you wasn't with me when my hair is short. Versus my boyfriend was the main person that's saying, oh no, you're beautiful regardless. You should keep it this way.
Was it with me
So would you-
in the gym?
Was it like,
He's a keeper, huh?
would you like
yeah,
come
I'm
home?
not going nowhere.
Would you like come home and be like, yo, I'm sad because my aunt said this. Not literally, but like my aunt said this to me today. And then Naj would have to reaffirm me and be like, nah, you're beautiful, you're fine.
Well, yeah, my dad said it. He was basically like,
Damn.
why you cut off all your hair? Like,
Nah, I ain't giving no
Family-wise.
support. I'd be like, get out of here, Quasimodo.
no, he did give me support and he helped me basically. But I feel like it would have been worse if I didn't have that support system.
Wait,
Yeah, that's
you
great to
talking
go
about
through
in
it
terms of
alone.
You cutting your hair.
Yeah, because my whole physical everything
okay,
changed
okay.
to me.
And
I
your
didn't feel
father
like I was
came
the
at
same
you that
person.
way.
Yeah,
Wow.
because culture, like he grew up with it. His mom was like, don't bring women home
So
if they don't have long hair or if
So
they're not
Jeff
fair-skinned.
Little, your father, But now we're making
We got a hit list for this episode.
And Hector.
No, but then like it's because they don't understand.
Okay.
They don't know the difference
I get
until I
you.
was like, no, it's a health thing. My hair is damaged because I kept getting Dominican blowouts every 2 weeks. So I need to
So the
like.
Dominicans did it.
They did.
So let me ask you a question. Does Hector go into the Dominicans?
Hector and Alberto.
No, but Alberto, he just wasn't there that day.
Listen, you know, like, but also what I said, you know, because it doesn't even, we don't like, because it was gonna happen. I was gonna lose this here anyway.
But Hector got to take that.
I like how his voice got low. I was going to just
He just
DJ
sped
said
it up.
about the confidence, because it's all like skimming around like the idea of confidence, and like a plot twist is like, I just remembered, like I grew up upstate with like everybody was white around me. I skateboarded. I was always like the only black kid in a lot of contexts, just because of my interests, right? So in school, now I'm getting attention. I'm still kind of like the same person. Like my mom dressed me in children's place, but I'm in like 8th grade, so it's like, you know, I don't have the brands and stuff. I got the Shaq Nikes, but like,
Shaq.
yeah, they look like Air Force One. He's like, oh. Listen, so my 3 white friends, I come to them and there's this girl, Caroline, who is like a white girl that doesn't date black kids in the school. And I found out that she thought I was cute. And I go to my friends and I'm like, yo guys, you know, like I found out Caroline thinks I'm cute, and they're like, yo, Kayla, man, you crazy, man, you black, just like that, like just shut me down like that, like laughed at me.
He had the confidence to tell you that?
Yeah.
All 3 of them. And this is someone who I was his groomsman like last year, and we're not talking anymore. But like,
He would have to give me 5 minutes.
That's
I didn't understand. I didn't,
You're black.
I didn't understand.
crazy.
But yeah, no, but like from my confidence and my perspective, now I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I'm irrelevant, and like now I'm like dealing with, okay, well, you know, she thinks I'm this way, but my boys are saying that's not normal. So like, where do I lie? You know what I mean? Like,
He was
what
hating.
is-
He was hating.
Yeah.
He was.
I mean,
So what ended up
He
happening
wanted
with
a piece of
Caroline?
Caroline.
Yeah, he probably liked
I
that
dated
too.
Caroline for a long time.
You close?
Hey.
Make some noise.
We closed the deal. Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, you know, that's just one thing, because
That's what's up. That's a
that,
happy
that
ending.
confidence is,
No, yeah, definitely.
you have to rebuild it.
Anybody else go through a shift at some point in their life where they were like, no?
I didn't even go through a shift. I just realized what was going on.
Gotcha.
And I just had to stop being shy. It was a personality thing with me.
So with you, females always came to you first, if anything.
Yeah.
Women, PJ. I thought
You
we was
right
working on
about that. I'm learning. I'm learning. Women.
Females
They were the aggressor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's funny you said that. As far as your confidence, do you feel like your confidence was through the roof at that time? Like knowing, like, yo,
No. If I was shy, I believe I didn't have any confidence.
Really?
I didn't see what was the big deal.
that's pretty interesting.
Even though you didn't see the big deal, even though you knew, not knew, but you were still, it was still spoken about. Like you knew. Like people
No,
sometimes-
yeah. Like,
What was like a typical playthrough of a woman approaching you at this time?
Well, they'll just come up to me, just start conversing with me. Either that, or I grew up with a lot of guy cousins. We're all the same age, and they would use me to get the friends. I don't know if it makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
He was
I
the
understand
he was
what
the
you're
black token friend.
Yeah.
He was the token.
He was Kobe. Pass him the rock.
They're like, yo, look who we have. Get over here.
They actually,
their
they actually used to
attention.
set up plays and stuff like that. Like, listen, you're the kiss slayer, you're the sniper. This is what we're gonna do. June, you go in first, and you don't even have to talk. We got it from there.
Just look at everybody.
Wow.
Yeah, like eyes wide open, like this.
Well, you know, we were young. We were teenagers. We were 14, 15, 16 in house parties. So
That's funny.
It's funny. Didn't we have a conversation like this the other day when we were saying like a group of women and the most attractive one not getting the attention from the I forgot how we said that.
Have you ever been not approached in a group of men, and then you've been like, damn.
Like,
Yeah,
whoa,
like-
whoa,
yeah,
that's
like-
weird.
no, I don't think that far.
No.
So it's never been a situation like you were saying, like, because you say you would typically be approached.
Yeah.
So it's never been a situation where you went out with your friends and all your friends got approached and you weren't approached by any.
No.
Okay.
Damn, you're a pretty
Stats
motherfucker.
are solid.
That's
Damn, you pretty.
Or maybe I just don't think that far.
okay, that too.
Like, I'm not an egotistical person. I'm not. It's whatever.
But I was never approached.
I mean, but like, okay,
You were never approached?
When I was younger, they gave me the I'm intimidating.
Oh, I can see that, but
Yeah, I
yeah.
guess. Especially at that age.
Until I went to college and there was like, then I started getting approached like a lot. But it was when I
'Cause
was
that's what
younger and then people would hit me up later on and be like, I liked you all throughout high school and junior high school, but I was intimidated by
I
you,
think
so I never like caught my shot.
college men grow their cojones. So it's
Was
like,
it that
I'll
or
approach you.
Facebook that gave the
Facebook
lane?
too, yeah.
Filters.
Another
Yeah.
What started MySpace day?
wave. You do a little
I hated
a
those.
poke.
I would get pokes all the time by creepy people.
Hey yo,
Like,
what are you
stop
telling me?
poking.
Stop
On Facebook.
is going on?
And I would delete the poke and I would get the poke back in like 5 minutes. I'm like, my guy.
Maybe she didn't
I
know.
don't, maybe she ain't see it. I saw your poke. I don't want it.
Mark Zuckerberg didn't know what he was doing. We didn't use it for what he wanted to.
Nah, that was a creepy man's high.
Has anybody ever had to rebuild their confidence throughout the years?
Oh, facts. When I lost my hair, bro, like, or when I made the decision. All right, so look, best thing was I started dating this young woman who was like, yo, she just like solidified a lot of things that I thought about myself. And
Like bad things or good
No,
things?
no, good things, good things. You know, like solidified like the man that I wanted to become. That's what I was thinking, right? So, I just got so comfortable, and I didn't even tell her like my situation, like where I was, because at this point, like I had my hair low, but we was in the supermarket doing food shop, and I was like, you know, babe, where they put the you know, the little blade, like, you know, shavers with the 5 blades? Let's go get one of those. And then we got it, and she's like, what's that for? And I was like, I'm gonna shave my head. And she's like, you shave your head? I was like, yeah. But that was my first time doing that shit. And after that, like, I was comfortable. I was in my head, I was like, I'm gonna marry this woman. Like, there's no.
She's still in the picture?
Nah, man.
I am not.
Long gone, man. But
So she on the list?
The list with Jeff?
Alberto, the episode list.
she's at the list with indefinitely in a positive.
We didn't make that
She's
list.
not on.
yet.
She's not on the hit
in a
list.
negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the negative list.
Oh, but I remember you telling me a story about you. I think it was in relation to like dating apps, and you had like this interaction with this one girl, and she was out in the open about it in terms of like.
Yeah, like with the hair situation.
Yeah.
Like.
You want to expound on that?
Yeah, let me see. Okay, so, I was on Lovely Hinge. You know what I'm saying? And like I remember I had yo.
Sorry.
I didn't know that. You don't know about Hinge?
No, I've never heard about that.
As he knows, I don't do no dating apps or nothing.
That's good,
I only
bro.
have an
Yeah, it's
Instagram
one of-
and that's it.
it's
I haven't
a-
unlocked my Facebook since 2006.
Oh damn.
Oh damn.
But it's a more current one. Their whole
I'm weird like that.
How
motto
you
is
know?
like their
Nah.
aim is to get you to delete the app off their phone.
Nah,
smooth.
nah, you seem like you know a lot.
What's going on? This whole time, he's just looking at me like, nah, Shwan.
First of all, they advertise. I read, right? That was the tagline. They want you to delete it.
It's true. That's what he said.
I'm so reserved. I've never been on any dating apps or nothing like that. The only social media is Instagram, and that's it.
But when you think about who's going on there, and regardless of why, you know, honestly, that woman that I was just speaking about, like I met her on Tinder.
Got
What made me look at her different was because she said her purpose for being on there was like it was entertaining because guys are doing like backflips.
That's
and
my
stuff.
line too.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Entertainment.
Say lie, she was a freak. No, I'm just fine. But like, you know what I mean? Like, it is true though. Like, regardless of that, like you just said, that's your line. Like, I did find out things about that person. A lot of people that use those apps, you know.
Yeah, I lead like
even
that
my damn
too.
self now. But, you know what I mean? Like,
I lead
you're not
like
on
that
there for
too.
reasons.
I'm on here for entertainment. I ain't never met nobody.
I cannot
Allegedly.
confirm nor deny.
Allegedly.
Round. How much? Round 3? Later on?
Very vague.
Can't confirm nor deny that one either.
Exactly.
Anyone else?
I saw that in the movie once.
I think as far as rebuilding confidence, I think when I started working out, I think that helped out a lot because women, I feel women like the look of a guy's body for the most part. So
I think so
felt,
too.
Yeah,
Like the way clothes fit you and stuff
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
that.
and
exactly.
it
Women
helps.
like
It
that.
doesn't. I'm not gonna knock it.
Yeah. So I felt like that plays a big part in me rebuilding my confidence. Like, you know what, let me go hit the gym. Let me see the difference I can make in my own body. And I feel like that played a part as far as Oh nah, he built too. Oh, let me.
Said Leanna.
So it shows,
Said Leanna for
it
the
shows that you're
record.
taking care of yourself.
Said the future wife. I appreciate
Said his
you.
fiance.
That was actually pretty good.
Crazy. It's crazy. Brother,
That's my boy right there.
let me be your example. Let me be y'all's example.
I like how you got the Hulk Hogan going. But yeah, man. What about you, Naj?
Me, yeah, I remember. So like after the rebirth, I was telling y'all about around
So this is like
18,
Okay.
18 or 19, right?
Immaculate Conception.
I started like, since I was getting like all this positive feedback and people were telling me, hey, you should be a model, this and that, yada, yada, yada. I started actually looking into it and going to like open calls at modeling agencies and stuff. And I had like pictures of myself from photo shoots that I've done with different people, and I was trying to like, get put on. So I took a day out of, I think it was in the summer, and I visited every one I could find in New York City, and they're all located downtown. And pretty much every time I went there, the response was the same. It was like, oh, you're too short. I was like, okay, as I'm looking down at the person telling me this. I was like, oh, you're too short. Or they'll look through my book and my images and be like, yeah, this is a really nice book, but we have enough black boys. So,
Damn.
exactly,
he
just
would
like
need
that.
5
They look
minutes
for the
too.
ones
Yeah,
that fit
just
the
like
same
that.
build, like the height.
So like
cheekbones,
around this
yeah.
time, I was very shaky when it came to like my height. I thought I was short.
How tall are
Right?
you?
I'm like 6 feet. I'm
And
like,
that's short.
I don't think so. And I was
No, it's not,
also,
I'm
yeah,
It's a weird feeling because they look for the 6'1", 6'2", but God forbid you 6'3", they don't want you. So it's
yeah.
a weird
It's like a
political thing.
narrow margin
Yeah.
that they're looking at. So there was that, and I was also like taking into consideration how I look as well, because they're like, when you look on their websites, it's all like Jessica was saying, all pretty much like the same kind of like prototype of people. Not unless you have like an extremely interesting look to them, then they'll like put you on. So from that moment, I had to like really like cultivate in my mind, like, I'm not short. I look fine with.
Affirmations.
I look
I am tall.
One day that's that break your confidence.
a little bit, because it was like the same thing, because I went through a few of them like in a row. I was like, okay, that didn't work out. And then like at the end of the day, I was like, what the fuck? I'm walking through the street like.
So you really wanted this?
At that time, yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
You left that day like, maybe I'm not enough.
But
Maybe.
then fast forward, now he's signed by an agency.
Clap it up for him one time.
He's
Hold up, man.
officially a model now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, can I
You
borrow
came
that
over.
$5 I mentioned to you last week, bro?
Hell no.
So what was the rebuilding process?
The rebuilding was basically, I stepped away from it, and I didn't do it for a long time, because I was like, I got to the point where I was like, fuck it. I wanted to do it, but like it wasn't happening, so I didn't focus on it. I tried to build myself up in other ways and different avenues, as far as like photography and like other shit that I was like interested in. You know what I'm saying? Working out, competing in the track and field, all this other shit, hanging with friends,
Yeah.
Living.
And living basically. And it wasn't really something I was like striving for anymore.
So you'll say that doesn't even matter, like in this day and age?
What?
Cute, ugly. Like,
Cute, ugly? Oh no, it matters.
It matters extremely.
All
Have
the
you
way.
seen FaceTime and Instagram? And
I don't think
everything?
in terms of like the perception of pretty and ugly people and how they're valued within society has diminished.
At all.
It's the diversity has increased what we consider to be beautiful and ugly and shit like that, but in terms of like its importance, I don't think that's dropped too much.
I mean, we live in this real fake society nowadays, because shit, everybody buying their body parts or buying the way they look. So it's like, of course, it's still
Catfish.
With the little ant legs.
it's like it's
Quick
it's-
take, PJ, would you
I'm
ever get ass
sorry.
shots?
No. We ain't gonna go there.
quick take, Caleb. Would you get hair shot plugs? Would you, if you had the money?
A unit, as they call it.
Oh, yeah, the one
Have
that's
the
sit
audacity
down?
to say.
No, not the shit that they
No,
lay.
no,
I'm
he
talking
was
about the
saying the
official
actual, like,
shots where
like,
they
injections
Couture
to get
did.
it.
the hair
Couture did
growth.
from the-
Yeah.
No, because like.
You know the names and shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, because.
It's not legit.
I still about to
I can't stand this.
That's not.
It's so funny.
Yo,
When did you put the hat back on?
I put my
jacket on, BJ.
He left the room, bro.
One more time for the podcast.
It's like, what happened?
Let him know. Yeah, let him know, yo.
Yo, because it's like this, bro. Like, yes, what Nas said, there is, it still has importance. But now that we have so much access to, like, social media, you know, news. Internet. Now internet is, like, so accessible. I feel that it's like, all right, you're not cute, but what you got? Like, what do you have? What are you offering? Are you funny? Like, and it's like, it's like we're more open and accepting to, all right, what is it that's gonna make this person attractive? Because attractive is just I feel
hate social
trivial.
media.
I hate it too, man.
I have fun with it.
Really,
I hate it though.
But like,
Because to me, it's not real.
you know what?
It's a necessary evil.
It is.
Yeah, it's not
really-
real.
you
I
to
have
use it
fun with
properly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People think I'm on vacation for 2 months. I have fun with it.
He said,
One of those.
We're like, you don't work, bro?
I be in my
nah,
bedroom watching TV, and people think I'm in Medellin.
Allegedly.
Can't confirm nor deny.
Yeah. We saw it in a TV show once.
But, well, yeah, you were saying. Oh, was that the end of what you were saying?
We kind of went on a tangent.
Oh, you didn't say what happened with the girl.
Wait, which one?
The one
Oh,
that
Exactly. What girl?
No, it's few.
There you go.
her
Pimp
comments
juice.
on your hair loss.
Oh yeah, no.
No.
We
We was
didn't
at.
talk about.
No, we was at the. He get the.
Oh, the implant. Yeah, 'cause that shit got
Would you?
tight. Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
No?
I wouldn't.
All the money in the world, you wouldn't.
No, because like you just when you start altering stuff, like you could see when someone's altered God's work. Like you could see it. You could see when people doing.
My mom's
stuff.
friend got her nose done and shit. Her shit look crazy, B.
Bro, that's
Allegedly.
That's so sad.
Allegedly.
It
My
looks
mom's
so
friend in the
sad.
TV show. No, not like that. I'm saying my mom's friend. I know that sounds crazy,
No,
but not her.
It's who I know what you're talking about.
That's not.
That's what
her.
I
Oh, okay.
I was thinking.
That's
No.
My
But I'm
bad.
just saying.
Allegedly. This is all alleged.
I seen it in a TV show once. This lady got her nose done and she still looks crazy.
Nah, let me be honest. There are people out there who have got work done that it does enhance their beauty. So I won't.
But
I
one,
won't
they go to the
discredit
right
all the
person
way. Yeah,
instead of,
but
like,
I feel like
botch.
people go too far sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
They don't
it-
stop
it-
at
yeah,
the one.
definitely
They
depends.
do everything, so it's a full overhaul.
Yeah.
Versus that's not necessary.
But I don't know if this is taking it too far out. But is there such thing as like having so much confidence that none of that shit even matters to a person, to an individual? Or do you think everybody has that? Kind
Essentially-
Of
The Rock, Jason Strand. You know the guy that plays Transporter? You know the
Yeah.
guy that plays Transporter?
Yeah.
Shout out to him, bro, because all bald man, yo. That guy, he just lets his shit grow out. It's all crazy. But he has so much, like, confidence. And maybe it's just
He also
acting,
got
too.
muscles, and he could fight.
Yeah,
And he
but
can act.
no.
And he's, and he's rich.
But you can't,
And we all know him.
But I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
Damn. But you see, I didn't even know, like, me personally watching him, I didn't know he had muscles. I didn't see him fight, but I was like, it's acting though, it's acting. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, it's really about like that. It's just that aura.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
you
saying?
gotta have
It's
that swag with it.
that's-
Yeah, so I know we've been joking about cute and ugly and all that, but that's one message I want to get across is that, like, it's all fake. Like, it's all perspective.
It's not real.
Yeah, like, ugly is just an idea, like, that is given to us, kind of.
Do you believe there's
Depending on every given
actual
time.
one person for every other person? Somebody for somebody.
Yeah.
In other words.
All these goddamn people on this
Yeah.
planet, you
Yeah.
gonna run into somebody.
So it doesn't matter?
somebody? Like,
Because I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. And Malik loves this comment, but I'm gonna say it anyway. When I'll let you say it, the Joe Button comment.
Y'all missed it?
oh yeah,
That's a good concept.
What happened?
Two ugly people gonna come together.
Hey, man.
with Joe Button.
I think that's so strong.
Nah, but Joe Button says this thing where he says, for every bad bitch, there's a nigga tired of fucking her. And
So like it's all perspective. So
Yeah.
like yeah, you see like let's say
Brother Button.
Joe Budden is so ahead.
nah, because
this shit.
but it is funny though because
Oh, I thought you meant,
No, I meant like
it's,
futuristic.
got you.
nah, but it's funny though because I believe the people that I know that consider themselves to be so beautiful, like they have ugly hearts. Like the way they come across in life, the way they treat people is really fucked
Yeah.
up.
It's like an entitlement thing.
Yeah.
Could I say this? You know, I felt like this was, I was watching an interview with J. Cole, and this to me is like, I'm still meditating on this every day. But he says like, I think it was like 80% of the thoughts that are put in our heads or that we think aren't even ours. You know, and like I'm still digesting that, because this is another thought that's been, spoon fed to us, you know.
Yeah, so to follow up with that, it's just kind of like it's all like, so your insecurities that you think of, oh, my head's too big, I'm too short. These are all things that you're just thinking
my
about
top
when
lip,
you,
my bottom lip,
yeah,
Botox.
Yeah, a lot of stuff you get from other people.
Yeah, when you're walking through the street, people aren't like, yo, look at that dude with the big head. The people
really
are just
not
Well, it
paying
depends how
attention
big
to-
your head is, because
Yeah.
that shit, you,
damn
I
nice.
was just like, yo, what is going on, my friend?
I'm trying to get the viewers to feel beautiful. You okay?
Oh, no, I'm
You really
not.
got a big head.
I'm not talking about
everybody's
y'all.
beautiful, Malik.
So,
In their own way.
it's all perspective.
Yeah.
It's all insecurities aren't real, so you
And
feel like I got both.
realistically, they say that if someone is paying that much attention to what you think is insecure, they're actually internalized and insecure about themselves.
Yeah.
So you're literally walking down the street, nobody's paying you any mind, but that one person.
That's what I tell.
because they have something wrong with them.
There's a friend of mine or a friend of ours who we try to get to go to the gym because he's always talking about, oh, I'm overweight, yada yada yada, this and that. I was like, why don't you just go to the gym? And he's like, no, there's people there. I was like, of course there's people there. It's a
No
public
one's
gym.
watching you, yeah.
Nobody gives a shit
At all.
about what you're doing.
They're
just
all
go there,
trying to
lift your
work on
weights
their
because they're going
bodies.
there to lift their weights and look at themselves.
I just think about, can you get off Instagram so I can use the machine?
Yeah, like,
Snapchat and
it's
this-
like,
it's
come
like,
on,
one
come
more
on.
step, bro.
And they're on the machine like, oh my God, they think I'm fat. Oh my God, he's looking at me. You know, like, well, man, can you hurry up?
I'm in a theater course, and I'm rehearsing with this one young woman, and she explained to me, when I say sorry, like every time I say sorry when we're rehearsing, and I get a line wrong, I'm like, oh, sorry. She's like, stop doing that, because what you're doing is deeper than this. It's showing how much ego you have, because you're saying, I'm sorry. It's not about you. It's about the piece. That's all it's about. So it's like similar concept with with our boy. Like, it's not even about him. It's about his body. This is about like getting that shit together. You know, we spend a lot of time focusing on us being focused on. You know, and I do it too. I'm still
Damn,
trying to
that's deep.
stop doing that.
That was
We
very
focus
deep.
on us being focused on.
Yeah.
I think that's a great way to
That's
end
an
it.
Instagram caption.
Yeah.
Well, I did want to add that one part
Let
of
us know. What's the last
the
question?
children. Like, how would you, when you have children, how would you help them maneuver with society standards?
I'm laughing because I'm thinking like how ugly these children gonna be. How I gotta
Sir, sir.
How I gotta tailor my answer.
Sir, we're gonna have very beautiful children, okay?
Jessica.
Yes.
The universe is is a wonderful random place. You don't know. You don't know what's gonna happen.
He's sharp. Yeah, that's wise. You gotta,
I honestly,
A little too short.
I honestly don't think parents can do it for
I
you.
think your
though.
kids are going to be watching this.
No, they can. No, they can, because my parents help instill that in us to make sure that from home we know how smart we are, we know how
Yeah.
beautiful we are, we know that
yeah.
no
No,
one can
I'm
take
just
that
But
away.
it's only so much you can
Yeah.
do because
But it helps.
children are cruel.
Having that base still helps.
Your social
So they're
status.
cruel, but at least you have something to go home to where you can reinstill that confidence within yourself.
I don't agree. 'Cause, like, I feel like you pretty, so like you ain't really get it bad in school.
You don't know the
I
story.
got it bad.
No,
I'm
there was
false.
a point. No, there was a
Go.
point in time when I got teased because they said I was too nice. So these kids would run around, and I know they're not doing nothing with their lives right now, so it is what it is. But this kid, and I got teased for the fact
Say
that I was
his name.
helping and being a good friend.
Let's put him on the list.
Because she was getting cheated on. And she wanted me to go to her guy and say, why are you doing that? So I did that, and then it's been a year of me being teased. Of, I got a big forehead, I give good dome. You know the milkshake song? They would sing it and change up the words and say, she gives good dome, and she stinks.
Damn.
All because I was
How
being
old
nice.
were you?
not even a good creator.
How old are these
High
kids?
school.
Why didn't you bring this up
Freshman year
earlier
high
in the
school.
podcast?
My bad. Freshman
Super
year of high
relevant.
school. But it's because I was being too nice and too good of a friend. So he was pissed off that I was messing up his woman on the side,
So he
main
spread
girl
rumors
thing.
about you?
Yeah. So
What's
there was
his
a whole
name? He
group
gotta
of
go on the
my
list.
former
He
friend,
trash.
Will.
Will
Will?
trash.
Yeah.
What's Will last
Will or
name?
Willie? I don't
Man, we
remember.
gonna find Will.
I don't remember.
So Will's on the list, guys.
Will's
And then
Will
his
is
girl
on
ended
my
up
will.
cheating on him too. So it was like, I'm extending it, and then I got joked on by that whole group of people for a whole year of high school, just
But
because of being nice.
I don't know. You can
Did it
only.
bother
I
you?
think you can only do so much.
Did it bother you?
It did. I was depressed that whole year, and my grades slipped and everything. And I was like,
wow,
why am I
off
getting
that?
this flack because I was being nice?
We need to go see Will.
Similar to what Malik
We'll
said
probably not
earlier,
do
though,
shit
I
right
think that, you said it made you tougher. It made you who you are, like going through that experience, right? So I feel like kids need to do that as well. Like they're just gonna have to go through it and just deal with
Not
whatever.
gonna go through it, but I'm
like,
saying like helping.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The
someone
reassurance
helps.
at home helps, but at the end of the day, you with kids 8 hours a day and they bashing your ass for 8 hours. You gotta learn to be strong and like push through it.
So with that, we should wrap this up.
Yeah, man. If you're cute or ugly, just live.
Yeah, man. Embrace that ugly shit.
It's not real.
It's also not real.
No, like you're literally the person.
Nah, it's
the only
real.
person saying you're ugly.
I'm real than a motherfucker.
You're the person you're supposed to be.
Really ugly. Real ugly.
Real ugly motherfucker.
And I love it. Peace.
I love you.